Namaste, beautiful empath family. How are we all this evening? And thank you so much for joining me on this live about empaths and their problems. I'm wearing white today because obviously it's all about consciousness and about the crown chakra and receiving. So I just thought I'd jump in and here we go. Just waiting for people to come online. Please say hello. And please welcome everyone else onto this beautiful community that we're all on. It's been an exciting week, obviously, and exciting times for everyone with children, because obviously knowing that obviously your children are going to back to school next week. Hi Ashley, thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for checking in. Much appreciation for you doing this. Absolutely fantastic. And obviously so many people are jumping in. So I've got a nice brew here. Obviously I think, hi Caitlin, you're right darling. Hello, thank you for jumping on. Hi Aquarius, sorry Lisa, thank you so much. But a beautiful name, Aquarius, Lisa Amethyst, beautiful, absolutely amazing. Hi Natalie, you're right love, thank you so much. Hi Christine, thank you so much also, and I'm sure everyone will say hello to you as well. Hi Carol, you're right live. So, as we start this live, hi Heather, thank you so much for joining. So many other people jumping on as well, so it's absolutely fantastic. And everyone's saying hello to my daughter Caitlin, who's decided to jump in on the live as well. So again, okay, so I think it's intrigued a lot of people about what we're going to talk about. Not a problem, Aquarius. Lisa Amethyst, thank you so much. I just want to give you a full thing. But again, it intrigues so many people because with empaths, we have 99 problems as it goes, but 98 don't belong to us. Yeah, and as healers and obviously as empaths, we start to understand that we are always absorbing and not observing. So again, tonight's live is about helping you to re-empower yourself. Okay, hi Lynn Taylor, thank you so much as well for joining as well. So again, obviously I'm sorry, so many people. Hi Jojo, you're right lovely, thank you so much for joining us as well. So the one thing is, what I talk about is about re-empowering yourself. Hi Dana, hi Max, you're right lovely, thank you so much. Hi Caroline. Again, obviously so many people jumping on board, it's absolutely fantastic. And again, if you want to give this live a share or like or anything like that, please do. Much appreciated. Obviously we can start to help other empaths as well. Again, being empathic just like you, obviously you're intrigued to find out what I've got to talk about. I'm really pleased that you're great there as well, lovely. It's about how to stop people pleasing. Well, the one thing is that there's half of you that's gonna do this and half of you that won't. So I'm talking about the half of you, yeah, that will, oh, I don't know if I need to, and the other half will go, yeah, I'm going to take some of that. So again, it's all about taking it and a little on board, if that makes sense. Hi Karen McCartney, thank you so much for joining in as well. So again, the one thing is that can you actually recall your priorities before saying yes? How many people, how many empaths can't say no? And I'm sure there's going to be quite a lot of you that say, I just can't say no, I just have to help everyone. And that's the thing, when we start to help everyone as empaths, is we just can't say no, because we want to continue, yeah, to feel good, because that's the structure, that's the identity of the empath, of not being able to say no. So again, no matter what situation that you're in, this will always happen where you will continue just to keep saying yeah. So you will put other people with priorities, their priorities above yours. And you know, so many people that, you know, come to me and obviously sit there and just, you know, when you ask people about themselves, they never include anyone else. So for example, I will ask people, tell me 3 good things about you. And they'll say, oh, I'm kind, and they'll say, who are you kind to? And they'll say, oh, I'm kind to my family and friends. And they'll say, are you loyal? And they'll say, yeah, I'm loyal to my family and friends. And loving to, you know, you can get the picture, you can get the gist. But the sad thing is that the empath will never ever include themselves, because they're always self-sabotaging their journey for other people. And that's the thing, when we say, again, learning to observe what's going on and creating a boundary is absolutely massive. But the one thing is that the empath won't create that boundary. They'll just completely go into that self-sabotageable mode. The one thing is about listening to your inner voice. It's about saying no, because no is a sentence, and that's what happens when you say no. Those people, again, obviously, that you are helping all the time, when you say no, they say, oh, you've changed. And you go, yeah, because you're supposed to. It's about your spiritual journey. It's about your own awakening. So when we say no, we have to stand by it, and sometimes that pains us to do it. But unfortunately, it's, you know, this one. Hi Raoul, you're right, thank you so much. So again, if you're going to say no, don't postpone anything. Some people will be in work and constantly strive to do the best, which is absolutely fantastic, but they just cannot say no. Yeah, so again, they put themselves, they'll watch other people at work, bypassing, going sick, doing all that lot. And the one thing is, the empath will always just keep going, because they just want to, you know, to do the best for everyone else. So again, when you're saying no, this is a little bit of empowering here. When you say no, don't justify your reasons, yeah, and don't even fake the reason. Okay, like for example, if you say no to someone, don't start to lie, yeah, because obviously, I mean, no one likes a liar anyway. But the one thing is, just say, because I don't want to, yeah, I don't feel that at the moment, yeah, instead of going because they'll automatically know when you are starting to judder or you're starting to stutter, because you're trying to find out your way out that empathic role to complete everyone else. So when we have these signs that you might be a people pleaser, so again, it's all about, you know, you pretending to agree with everyone. How many of you that are online at the moment tend to agree with everyone to keep the peace? So I'm interested in your comments. So how many people pretend to agree, or tend to agree? Hi Kate, thank you so much. Tend to agree with everyone to keep the peace. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to your comments. This is quite interactive, so again, obviously, it's just to see. It's not to judge you or anything like that. It's just to find out who tends to agree with other people just to keep the peace, whether it be a loved one, your family, yes, with the mother-in-law. There we go. Certainly in the past. There you go, in the past, and that's great, obviously, because I work with Kate anyway. So this is what I'm saying. Not me. I like to get my opinion across. Caitlin Brown. You certainly do, absolutely. You're very empowered, Caitlin, I'll tell you that now. Very, very. Even though she's empathic, she definitely wants to get her point across. Sorry, hi Gary, I just said no to taking on extra hours, and guess what? I finally handed my notice in, so I'm no longer. Sorry, I'm just going to touch the screen because I can't see it. So I'm no longer that people pleaser, and that's fantastic, innit, Claire? That again, you're able to, you know, just like hand it in and just go, do you know what, I'm going to go on my journey. And obviously it puts them in a predicament, but everyone will blame you. But the one thing is, you've stood in your power. Yes, Helen says, yes, I do, but then it's not my benefit because it drains me. And this is the thing, when we observe, okay, when we take a step back and say, no, that's perfectly fine. But the one thing is that the empath will always absorb. Yeah. So again, because that you're allowing that to be draining, and this is where we start to learn to be more empowered by detaching ourselves from it. But again, empaths can't detach, yeah, or they try the best, and that's where that juttering comes from, if that makes sense. Oh, thank you, Andy, thank you, you're beautiful people. Okay, so how many people, when you're in a scenario, a situation, that you start to act like other people, their behaviors? Has anyone ever felt that during the time of their journey that they felt that they start to act like other people? Like again, if you see someone bouncy, you start jumping up and down, or if you see someone who's on quite a low, you will also start to feel quite low as well. Quite interested in your comebacks here, guys. Really am. If you can, obviously, quite, like we said, very interactive. So how many people we act like those around us? got some nice music going on in the background as well. So really interested in this. Wherever you are, think of a situation, any current situation, and asking yourself, do I act like this person? Because that really in essence is draining. Really interested? I know there's a bit of a delay on this, so I'm just obviously... No one feels like they're acting. Gosh, yes, you can get drawn into the good and bad. Absolutely. Thank you, Aquarius, Lisa Amethyst. Absolutely, you can get drawn in, and this is where I'm talking to you about absorbing. This is where, as spiritual beings, that as empaths, and start to empower yourself by starting to ground when you're around certain people. Sorry, obviously I must have froze. And again, Claire, yes, absolutely, you do that. You see, this is what I'm saying, when you're in that situation, it's about grounding and not becoming that person. Yeah, having your own identity, empowering yourselves. Yes, I do. You can pick up other people's energy. Absolutely. And that's the key word, isn't it? You pick up on other people's energy. You start to absorb. So instead of actually, doing your grounding, tune, protecting, yeah, and obviously keeping your boundary, yeah, you empathically get drawn into it all. And the next minute you've been drained and you don't even know what the hell's gone on. Raoul said it's difficult, you can go against everyone, but that means being alone and become the weird one when no one cares. And that's the thing is, Raoul, is this journey is very, very individual, yeah. And as an empath, again, it's like solitary confinement, but that's why, no disrespect, but I mean, obviously I've got my beautiful family, but I am my own, if that makes sense. But sometimes obviously within family unit you have to get, you have to deal with things. But again, on the outskirts of going into situations, yeah, I kind of don't want to get involved. So again, being the weird one isn't so bad, is it? But again, obviously, but no one cares that it happens to me, so it's perfect. Yes, I have felt down when people have been down, exactly, because again, you're absorbing that energy instead of actually detaching from the situation, going, what, you can still go in the role and care and just say, listen, what is it that you want to do? What is it you want to achieve? By asking those questions, but not trying to fix everyone. Because if you keep going in and trying to fix other people, yeah, then you're bloodying their journey. So again, as an empath, as a spiritual light being, this is your journey. This is your purpose, to help others. Yes, we can find you get sucked into negative energy. Absolutely. Thanks, Karen. Really means a lot. Okay. So, how many times, here's another question for you. How many times do you feel burdened by the things you have to do? So, for example, like we touched on it before, when you want to, someone asks you to do something, you don't want to do it. How many times do you feel burdened in your heart, especially, yeah, by them asking you and you don't want to do it? Think how I must have felt at times, because I used to nurse the dying. Wow, absolutely, that's kind of powerful, that, Helen. Absolutely, we definitely feel for you there. And again, just by drawing into there, thinking about how Helen felt, yeah, because of again, we're not here to fix Helen, but we can empathize by putting ourselves in her shoes, yeah, and thinking about how she was around people that were, crossing over, that leaving. So again, this is what we do. You can feel, you can still feel, but the one thing is how much you take. It's how much energy you allow, if that makes sense. So again, how many times do you feel burdened by the things that you have to do? Okay. Just give it a couple of seconds and see, obviously, if anyone's jumping in this, because I know obviously it does seem like it's a thing, but I want to be a little interactive with this, if this makes sense. Okay, so let's just move on, because I've obviously with this going on. So how often do you go as an empath at great lengths? sorry, Andy. Absolutely. Okay. How often do you go to great lengths to avoid conflict? Anyone? So when conflict's happening, yeah, every little thing feels like a mountain. It will do, Raoul, and this is what I'm saying. This is about learning to empower. We'll go through this. So you go to great lengths to avoid conflict. How many times do you do this, or do you actually get absorbed into the conflict? And this, you've got to remember, this is other people's conflict. So this is drama. This is toxicity. Yeah, so how often do you get drawn into other people's conflicts? This is an interesting one to ask. Be really interesting to hear this one. So I'm just gonna have my little brew here while we're just talking. Slowly learning not to feel it as a burden by saying no to these things. Okay, yes, you're a peacekeeper. Avoid at all costs. Do you know what, Kim? Wow, Kim, sorry, Kim, I didn't realise you were on, my lovely. Okay, so absolutely, avoid at all costs. Again, the one thing is that's perfect, because that means then that we are actually starting to empower ourselves. Yeah, not so much anymore as I'm aware and step back. You see, I love this because there's so many empowered empaths and so many empaths. So again, obviously, yes, all the bloody time. Yeah, absolutely. So again, you go in great lengths to avoid conflict. Okay, here's the biggest question for you. Ready for this? How many times when it's not your fault do you apologize? Kate, you keep out of it. Okay, these are coming in. Always try to please and help others. Forget about me all the time. But hi, Shelley. Thank you so much for joining. It's nice of you to jump on with us as well. Absolutely. Yeah. So again, you're always trying to please and help others and forget about me. But again, we said that at the beginning, but it's still a good note to that obviously that you are feeling this way, and it's nice to hear this as we do that. So again, yeah, all the time. It's a British thing, I think. Is it a British thing to apologise all the time? I think you'll find majority around the world that people will, when you're walking around, I'm sorry. But again, when you get, even though you feel you're in the right, you know what I mean? We then go to battle with the narcissist. Okay, so again, when we're in a friendship or a relationship or anything like that, and we're battling with a with a narcissist, they always make you feel that you have to say sorry because it's all your fault. And as the empath, you will, I'm sorry, no matter what, just to keep the peace. So again, when we said about before going to great conflict, to avoid it, that we always apologize. Yes, always apologize. Sometimes the power isn't in your hand to make it right. The one thing is sometimes you do have to stand in your own power. You have to, you have to grow a pair. I'm sorry. Sometimes you have to say, I'm not going to apologize on this, because you know that you haven't said it. But again, obviously the narcissist will always gaslight you anyway, because there is the narcissist versus the empath in it. So again, it's very true, absolutely. When I keep messaging you, giving you headaches all the time, you don't at all. I'm sorry, Raoul. Sometimes I get time to answer, and sometimes the conversations, we've had great conversations, haven't we? Look at me, I'm apologising. But then obviously there's sometimes when I just can't, and that's just the nature of the beast. But people are always in my thoughts. Okay, so here's a great question for you then. Okay, how responsible do you feel for other people's feelings? That's a good one. How responsible do you feel for other people's feelings? Kind of interesting one to answer. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm doing really well having my brew here, because obviously I'm just waiting for these lovely answers that keep coming up. Okay. Anyone? No one feels responsible for other people's feelings? I'll tell you one thing, if these comments are not coming up, this is brilliant. I feel like, okay, we'll sod it then, we'll just get rid of the Okay, tend to feel guilty about everything. There we go, typical empath. Tend to feel guilty about everything all the time, very responsible, and again, much to my own downfall. Perfect. Ooh, that's a good question. Thanks, Kate. Yeah, it is a good question, isn't it? Yeah, how responsible? Yeah. I think I feel responsible a lot, especially close friends. There you go. Quite a lot of people coming in now. Yes, I do. Wow, I do. But you shouldn't. I recognise that it was me in the past. Absolutely. I used to, but not anymore. You see, that's what I'm saying. We're getting a mixture now, aren't we? Of the empowered versus the empath who needs to learn. I'm not trying to say that you've got to turn against everyone. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just trying to say it's about gauging with the energy, with the energies. And again, making sure that you observe and don't absorb. So again, standing in your power, this is the most important thing. It's about standing up for yourself just a little bit, you know what I mean? I understand as an empath is you want to give everything to everyone, but the one thing is, in this world, the one thing that would make you unbalanced, and that's why so many people need alignment at all times, if that makes sense. So thank you, honestly, it really does mean a lot. Okay, so here's a good question for you. Okay, bit of a thing for you. How often do you feel crushed when someone doesn't like you? What, you don't like me? What have I done? I'm an empath. I do anything for you, and what, you don't like me? So how many people feel crushed when someone doesn't like you? For me, okay, yes, but trying to find a balance within myself, perfect. So for me, if people don't like me, that's their journey. Yeah, we're not connecting. They say your vibe attracts your tribe. If they're not with you, so be it. Yeah. So again, feeling again, Helen, a lot of the time. So again, we're starting to build a picture here, because it is. Thank you, Natalie, a lot. You feel that it's important to be friends, and I completely understand that. And with everyone, to get along with everyone, innit? And making enemies is not okay. Yeah. There you go, Kate. Not a lot to do with me. Perfect. I don't really fuck them. Don't give a shit. I am who I am. I love it. See, you see, you're all starting to bring a little bit of empowerment in it. It used to really bother me, but as Bob Marley used to say, you can't please all the people all the time. Absolutely. You see, making enemies is not okay in your book, and we need to discover someone who are like-minded. So again, I'll go back to your vibe attracts your tribe. In essence, it's about understanding, so no one's soul crushing to you, if that makes sense. Yes, I'm now cool with people not liking me. I used to want everyone to like me, and I think this stems back from childhood, doesn't it? Where the one thing is, it just depends on how we were, and again, no disrespect, because everyone's got a different journey. So again, but it's about sometimes how we were raised. So again, sometimes you'll find that the empath will constantly give and give and give, and they'd even give their own stuff away. Yeah, they give their own stuff away to be liked. Yeah, how many people have give stuff away to be liked? Yeah, I used to do this as a kid. Yeah, I love Karen. I used to, but don't give a fuck. How many people have give things away to be liked? Yeah, I gave. As a kid, I gave my records away. I think it's because we wanted other people to have things that we didn't, and that's empathic, innit? That's empathetic. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, even to this day, I still give the odd crystal away and stuff like that and stuff, because I enjoy doing it. Do you know what I mean? Not because I'm trying to. I understand, obviously, I have to earn money, but the one thing is, I like to give little gifts now and again. Do you know what I mean? I think it warms the soul more than anything. Sometimes I think that people don't like me because of my spiritual person I am. I sometimes think they are, oh, hang on a minute, I'm going to touch this. I think they are jealous of me. Do you know what? That's quite an important comment, actually, Helen. I'm just going to bob down that, because spirituality, absolutely. And sometimes you can find that in a lot in the spiritual realm on the earth plane. So for example, like say if you are running, something like this, or you're spiritual, people are jealous of how you've evolved, you've ascended, and other people won't like that, and they start to go into competition with you. And if they're going into competition with you, then the one thing is, that's something that they need to do. Yeah, that's inner work that needed to be done, because there's no competition. The only competition you should be in with is yourself. No one else, unless you're materialistic and you're going for a fucking £1 million, then so be it. Do you know what I mean? But I completely understand that they don't like it because, again, of how you've ascended, and they don't gauge and they don't get you. So I love that, Helen. Thank you so much. Yeah, my favourite marbles. What favourite marble? Oh, shut up, you. Kim, your favourite marbles? I think I've just got that with the connection with crystals. Aquarius Lisa Amethyst said the same. Yeah, and I've seen my kids do the same. Have in the past, not anymore. Yes, it's lovely. I give things, but not to like me, just to be kind. Yeah, Helen Green, I agree. Christine, sorry, had to pop off at a bit. We'll watch back. Okay, not a problem, Christine. Yes, found this along my journey. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, okay. So, The reasons behind, obviously, when we give these things, obviously, like I say, is empathically, we want other people to think. But sometimes there's that part of you where you want it because you want to be liked, because obviously there's that insecurity of the empath, that this is what they want to do. They want to, oh yeah, take this, and obviously please like me. But in essence, it goes deep into inner child. And again, I'm not being disrespectful, because obviously conditioning, but a lot of people won't receive that unconditional love from the parents, so they materialistically give things, because that's what they were given during childhood. So again, I'm not going to stand too much on that, but I think you kind of get the gist with that. Oh my God, yes, I still do give things away of my art, but more to do with I just enjoy for kindness reasons. Absolutely. And again, sometimes, like I say, we're all in this together. Sometimes people come in, do you know what I mean, and I was like, no, forget about it, do you know what I mean, I don't want it, because obviously you understand that not everyone has affordability, but again, best intentions. So this is what we all do as empaths, but again, it's still allowing you to remind yourself about being a little bit empowered out there, like when I send Christmas cards to lots of people, but no one sends me anyone back. And that's the thing, innit? So again, Raoul, if because no one sends anyone back it doesn't send any, can't get my words out. Okay, if you send the Christmas cards and no one sends it back, does that mean that you will stop, or will you carry on? Interesting, that one. I think some people think of us as kind-hearted because we do what we do and connect with spirit, etc., and then they start to take the piss. Absolutely, Helen, and that's where you stop. That's where you put your boundaries in, because this is what we do. We put our boundaries and go, listen, I'm not going to do this anymore. And the one thing is, they feed on your energy, and when you stop that, then they turn on you. How many people have that happen where that people turn on you because you stop giving so much? Absolutely amazing, great point. So it's so true, obviously, because of spiritual nature, we're all supposed to be like love and light. Absolutely, we are love and light, and this is what we do, and it's absolutely fantastic. And and we'll do anything, and we'll just roll over and just you can jump on top of me, and I'll do anything for you. Nope. You absolutely Aquarius, Lisa, Amethyst, absolutely. This is what we do. We don't roll over. We stand in our power, like I said earlier on. Okay. So the one thing about going to great lengths, to avoid conflicts, and these are uncomfortable feelings. I'll get back to you in a minute, Raoul. Okay, when you're on the brink of an argument or being, confronted. So you do everything in your power to make sure these events don't go out. So you kind of like try and change the situation. Again, that conflict, or or you can just observe it and take a step back from all the drama and all the chaos that's unfolding in front of you, and you go, I'm not getting involved in this, because and that's empowering. I'm just going to take it back. I understand, obviously, the conflict, if it's physical or anything like that, and obviously you have to step in, but if it's just about drama like Coronation Street and all that kind of thing in your lives, then again, just step back. Just bear with me. I just want to go back to Raoul. 50%, I enjoy sending them, but makes me feel silly when no one sends any back because they are too busy. I always keep sending them again year after year. Do you know what, Raoul? That's not a bad thing, and that, always in your heart, because even though you keep sending it, you keep sending that energy. And do you know what I mean? You are the best version of you. And again, if they don't want to, then again, obviously, everyone has free will. But that's because of you, pure kindness, but, empathically. Okay. Just mention the word witch and they run a mile. Oh, I love that, don't you? Yeah, I'm a witch. And they go, oh, you're going to send a potion? Spell casting. Oh. Sorry, just a bit of a thinger. Okay. Shelley Pod says, as soon as you stop giving and rolling over for others, it soon goes quiet. Funny that, isn't it? Absolutely. That's a great comment. As soon as you stop giving and rolling over for others, it goes quiet. And that's what I'm saying. And they say, oh, you've changed. And you go, yeah, because I was supposed to. Yeah, because you're supposed to, because obviously you understand of what's going on, and they know what's going on. You see, empaths are very, very, they work great with the Claires. Do you know what I mean? But unfortunately, sometimes through kindness, it blinds it. So again, it's about them. Raoul, your kindness will come back in many ways. Perfect comment, perfect comment. So, where are we going to go to now? So here's another question for you. Amen to that. Absolutely. Blame me. Okay. Yes. How many people seek validation from others in any state? Yeah. How many people seek out? So again, you're possibly second guessing yourself, yeah, to seek out validation for who you are. And sometimes when we can't understand ourselves, we're always seeking validation. So, am I okay? You know, will everything be okay? Do it, you know, again. And again, this is opinions that we, you know, even if the way that we dress, we're looking for validation. I understand, obviously, if your partner, you know, is saying, how do I look? And that's perfectly fine. But when people are constantly on it, do you know what I mean? They're like, oh yeah, you know, I think it can be quite draining, can't it? It's not obviously, again, like say when you're in your family status and stuff like that, that obviously your wife or your husband or your boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's just a case of, you know, someone needs to receive praise all the time. Yeah. Let me just go into this because obviously I think it's, hi Mike, thanks for joining me. Nice to see you on here as well, my friend. No, they blame us for changing for the better. Absolutely. And people don't like that change because you move forward. So you ascend, you take yourself to your higher self. And because, again, they're in the lower vibration, yeah, they don't like it because they think you've gone up your own arse. Yeah, and it's like, it's not. It's just, I don't need to seek that, yeah. Carol says, I do all the time, unfortunately, for validation. But again, this is about empowering you. That's about you. You know, you don't need, I understand it's nice to receive praise, Carol, but the one thing is if you stand in front of a mirror, for example, and say, do I look okay? You are enough. Yeah, you are enough. Your thoughts, your words, your feelings, your emotions, you are enough. So again, if you've dressed a certain way or in any situation, you are enough. As you connect, yeah, connect with your higher self. There's no more better than obviously connecting with your higher self. And again, sometimes placing your hand on your solar plexus and one on your heart, well, that will also give you validation via your own personal vibration. Does that make sense to you? Again, when you ask, yeah, you know, because again, this is your energies. So again, it's not, like I say, I'm not going to say, it's nice to ask other people, but again, absolutely. I love that as well, Aquarius, Lisa, Amethyst. Daily affirmations help me massively. And that's amazing. That's a really good point. So remember about journaling, guys. The one thing is if you do your daily affirmations in the morning and your evening affirmations as well at night, yeah, this will help you to build confidence. Yeah, so again, start to empower you. I know I'm using this word and banding it a lot, but it will give you the confidence to help you understand you. I've been told I have went from one extreme to the other. I have just found myself again. Isn't that wonderful? Thank you, Shelley. Absolutely. And thank you for swearing as well, because it just gives me ammunition to swear. But absolutely, yeah. Again, empowered empath, spiritual badass. Yeah, it's about saying, I just found myself. I encourage myself to raise and learn about me, doing that deep inner work, yeah, whether that's your shadow work or your inner child work, or again, ascending, like we say. So absolutely fantastic. I love that. Thank you so much. You don't need to give people validation. You need to give it yourself without being big-headed. And that's where, absolutely, and with that, it's about relinquishing that ego. But to be absolutely honest, you won't find many empaths with an ego. Yeah, you'll find a lot of narcissists with ego, but again, just stepping into that. If you ever find yourself in a friendship, or thank you so much, I am actually, Kim. I'm doing really well for not swearing out. I'll drop the F-bomb sometime anyway. Yeah. Oh, it's just gone in there. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I can't remember what I was going to say now because it's just thinking, right? Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Right. Okay. If you're in a friendship, right, and you're in with a narcissist, you start to become them, because this is what we do. We start to swear. No, we don't. We start to absorb. You've all got me about fucking swearing now. Pack it in, right? So we've dropped it. And it's the same, it's about a mirroring effect. And that's what happens with the empath. They start to absorb, yeah? So if you're in a marriage or a relationship and one is a bit narcissistic, i.e. from the beginning, i.e. love bombing and everything like that, we start to mirror them and start to become them, yeah? That is absorbing, that's where we start to completely lose ourselves. Yeah, just to let you know, I've completely gone off track because everyone is going on about me swearing, and I am doing very well. I'm trying to change. I'm trying to change. Yes, I'm trying to do my lives without swearing. I'm doing all right actually. It's cool. Okay, here's a question because it's all about you guys. Here's a great question for you. How often do you not share your true feelings when someone hurts you? Oh, fuck. Yeah. How often do you just like, okay, and you just drift away? Yeah. When someone hurts your feelings, yeah. When someone hurts you, yeah, that you don't share it, yeah, you hold it all in. Yes, Denise, we'll be doing lots about narcissists anyway, because obviously, you know, they're it is actually good all the time. So again, so when someone hurts you, you start to absorb that energy. Yeah. Oh, hell, man. Right. So you start to absorb. Yeah. You start to send the energy. Yeah. Ouch, getting better. See, now people are starting to come through with all this. Yeah. So again, if you do not communicate your energy, yeah, or your vibration, you've heard the words, you eat your own words. So think about it: feelings, words, thoughts, emotions, vibrations, frequencies. Yeah. So the one thing is, if you do not validate your own communication, you're going to just send yourself into a spiral. You're going to absorb it. It's going to float around your aura. It's going to go into your energy field, and every now and again it's going to keep coming back, and you're going to be like, oh, why do I feel this way? Yeah. Usually my kids. as yeah, as well, the one thing is that, you know, then talk to the kids, you know what I mean? I'm joking. It's kind of like, you know, obviously if you communicate it, and sometimes they don't want to hear it, I completely understand it. So again, but it's again sharing your feelings with someone who you love. So that'd be Kate. Yeah, Andy. So that'd be Kate. So again, communicating your feelings of how you feel, but it's about Kate not absorbing it by going, so you can be a soundboard, because this is what we do. We bounce it between each other, yeah, but then we let it go, because we ground it out, yeah. And Kate knows how to do grounding, so you can ground it out, breathe it in, send it down, send it away, simple as that, so it doesn't affect you, because this is what I'm saying, we become empowered. Yeah, you're completely right, Carol. I'm not, you know, listen, I'm a people pleaser. I don't want to upset you, Carol. I'm joking, but yeah, sometimes it depends on the situation that happens. Yeah, because again, the truth is hard to deliver, isn't it? Yeah, sometimes we don't want to speak it because of all that hurt, and because it starts to bring pains to your body. So again, if it's working in the throat chakra, then obviously it's going to go into your shoulders and down your back. Yeah, so you might, you know, again, you know that a friend might need to hear something, but you don't want to tell them. Yeah. How many times has that happened to you, where there's a friend that needs to hear something, but you don't want to say it? Yeah, this is quite an interesting one. How many people are that you know that are friends or family that need to hear something, but you don't want to go into it? That's an interesting one. You see, the one thing is like, good intentions are often held tightly by people pleasers. Yeah. Think about it while I grab my brew. So think about it. Interesting. I'll have a brew. It does take a little bit of time to come through, but we'll get there. Hello, Facebook land. No comments. A lot of my friends don't come to me as they know I will be truthful. They are not ready to hear it. Okay, I have been so guilty of this. Don't like hurting other people by telling them how I feel. Okay, but isn't sharing is caring. Okay, I completely understand that, Jill. But the one thing is when people are feeling a lower vibe, it's about accepting that help and telling them. So again, It's not about going into rescue mode. It's about saying, I'm just here as an ear. And that's the difference, isn't it? By just listening. It's not about giving you the answers. It's about you understanding your own answers of where you are. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay. A lot of my friends don't come to me. Okay. And that's the thing, innit? It's about becoming a true seeker. Yeah. Because the one thing is, but also constructively, but understanding it, yeah, through communication. So again, some people don't want to hear the truth because they know they have to face it. Yeah. So again, the one thing is, but that's the typical empath, innit? The empath will absolutely like, oh, I've got all these problems. Oh, you've got a problem. Oh, can I come and deal with yours? Yeah, I'll come and deal with yours, and then I'll put all that baggage in on my backpack for me, so it will weigh me down even more. So like I said at the beginning, I have 99 problems, but 98 don't fucking belong to you. Yeah? So it's cool, innit? Do you know what I mean? But again, being true seeking is about expressing it in a good way. Yeah, so again, doing it kindly, yeah, and pleasantly, but communicating again out. Otherwise, you hold it all. Yeah. Who else are we? Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Loads of people agreeing with this. Okay, here's a good question for you. I'm sorry, obviously it's quite a bit thingy, but okay. The number one danger, okay, and I really fucking mean this, yeah. The number one danger, right, of being a people pleaser is that you lose your own identity. How many people feel at times that they have lost their own identity? Sorry, Shelley, what about if a friend tells you something about you, but you're not ready to hear it, then you're being dismissive? If they're doing it, if they're communicating this to you and they're saying, listen, there's just a little, then again, if it's something that you need to work on, then maybe it's a message from our beautiful winged messengers of angels or spirit guides. So again, it's something that they want to say, listen, you know what I mean? But if you feel you've done enough work on that, then obviously that is a mirror effect, and obviously it's them with the issue because they mirror us. Yeah. People will blame the empath, and again, knowing that on that mirror effect, just remember, it's not you, it's them. I know that sounds really like fucking callous, but the one thing is that other people see the empath and it's a mirror, and they don't like you because they don't like themselves, and you are the mirror effect. So again, sometimes just don't take it too personally. Just like, okay, if that's the way it's going to happen, that's perfectly fine. Okay, yes, in the past. Yeah, so you've lost your identity in the past. Yeah, so you completely forgot who you are, where you're going, what your journey is, what your purpose is, or who you want to be. Yeah, because the one thing is that you succumbed, that's a big word for me, isn't it? Succumbed, okay, to other people's opinions. Yeah, because they're living their journey, and because you're empathically conjoining with them, that you lose who you are. This is about, like I say, the word that I keep using is empowering. It's about standing in your own power and identifying who you are. You don't have to be like anyone else. You can be spiritual, that's perfectly fine. Remember, you can be spiritual and do whatever you want. Yeah? No, there are no rules about your spirituality. So again, if you can be spiritual and depressed, you can be spiritual and swear, you can be spiritual and have anxiety, yeah, but we'll go on to that in a bit. Yes, same in the past, beginning to find it again, and you are Christine Keogh, and you certainly are. Yes, when they criticise you, it's usually more about them than you. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that confirmation there, Aquarius, Lisa Amethyst. I'm sorry, can I just call you Lisa, or would you like me to use your full title? Sorry, absolutely. Sorry, absolutely. The second danger, okay, you ready for this one? So the second danger of being a people pleaser is that our relationships suffer, okay? Because again, when we you know, we feel that we're not equal. So again, yes, Lisa, it's fine if you don't. All right, cheers, Lisa. Sorry, but I do love amethyst because it's yours and mine birth crystal. So you know what I mean. Thank you, spiritual sister. Okay, so again, we don't see ourselves sometimes equal. So if we're in a relationship, yeah, and we're feeling on the lower vibe, we won't feel equality. Yeah. So again, because our relationships are starting to suffer. Yeah. So does that make sense to you? So that this danger of people pleasing is because your relationships are suffering. So again, if that's the case, do you see yourself equal to everyone else? Okay, great question. Do you see yourself equal to everyone else? I'll tell you one thing, I'm really going to finish this brew. It's brilliant. It usually goes cold. No. Okay. Then my question to you, Christine, while obviously we're waiting for these comments, sometimes, okay. So for these people that are no, okay, there's quite a lot of no. So a lot of empaths on here that are saying no, they don't find themselves equal to other people. So why not? There is no one better than you. You are no, okay. I am no better than you are better than me. You need to remember that. I am no better than you are better than me. Everyone is equal on this earth plane. I understand. Yeah, yes, everyone is equal and should be treated the same. Love that, Shelley. Thank you. Say, Andy, you say no. Took me long to find equality, equal, and also depends. I always felt worse than others. Try my best, but not looking for pity. I completely understand these. Okay, so why do you not feel equal? Yeah, because the one thing is that are you putting these people on pedestals? I'd love to know your reasons why. And I'm sorry, obviously, I'm asking you to, to comment these things, and I know obviously they are public, but this is about opening up in a forum, in a beautiful community that other people care, other empaths, yeah, shouldn't but feel equal to everyone else, regardless of what job they do. If they think they're better, absolutely. If they think they're better than you, then that's their ego, and it's about, I do get intimidated by some people, such as more experience in a job role, but not sure if that's respect. But I do see them as people, and that's the thing, innit? Everyone gets up, puts the knickers or pants on, the trousers or the skirts or whatever. Everyone gets up in the morning, goes to the toilet, does exactly the same as you. Yes, they have experience, but that experience is great. But the one thing is that, again, if you're doing the same role or doing something similar to them, they are no better than you. Yeah, again, it's about inspiring yourself to say, I'm empowered. Do you know what I mean? But again, without an ego. Okay, glad you made sense of that. Absolutely, yeah. And that's, Christine, I don't feel as clever as some people. But I know you, Christine, and I find you highly intelligent, respectful, yeah. So the one thing is that, I understand you feel that, and I can't take them feelings away from you, but it's about understanding it and like saying, and standing in your power, saying, I'm not gonna allow this anymore, yeah. I've relied on others far too long and learned to rely on me now, if that makes sense. No, that's, and obviously I know your journey, Christine, and that's what I'm saying. You did, but now you're standing up for yourself and going, I know when to move out of the situation. I know obviously when there's conflict. I understand obviously the things that you have to do. Should feel equal, but some put me down. If you're allowing them to put that down, just say, I'm sorry, but I'm not prepared to accept that. Do you not think, Carol, that if you say, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to allow you to put me down? Because again, if people are putting you down, that's them. That's the way that they feel, not the way that you feel. So again, as the empath, you're mirroring it, yeah? Again, they're seeing you because they don't like what's inside of them. So it's okay to blame every fucker else. Sorry. Ooh. Love yourself, Shelley Pod, absolutely. Yes, I used to put people up there and never felt good enough. So again, perfect, absolutely brilliant. Sorry. You see, the one thing is, when we're going through all this, I'm getting some laughy faces, mustn't because I fucking swore. Sorry. You see, this weakens our energy centers. Yeah, it weakens our aura. So again, it starts to cultivate everything. And again, the relationships, if you feel that you are not equal, then you are out of balance. Okay. Yes, definitely put some people on a pedestal. Well, the one thing is, Heather, stop it. Yeah, okay. Ooh, I shouldn't have told you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have told you to stop it, but I'm asking you to look at you deep within and stop putting people where you know, they're on the same wavelength as you, they're on that frequency, that vibration. Yeah, if you feel that way, then communicate and tell people why you feel that way. Yeah, because these people possibly don't know how you feel. Yeah, and would welcome your comments, because I'm sure they wouldn't want you to feel that way also. Yeah. You see, humans love to help, don't we? This is why we call it the humankind. Yeah, it's one of my favourite tracks from Coldplay. I'm sorry, I didn't get any tickets, by the way, so I'm manifesting tickets if anyone. You see, that's what I'm saying. With all this, what we've been asking, communication is a breakdown. Communication starts to shut us down, and when we work and we don't communicate there, everything starts to stay inside, and then obviously everything starts to go into the aura field. We're all humans. I know people who don't talk to other members of staff because they think they're better than everyone else. Yeah, than everyone. And again, that's it. I used to be in a managerial role, believe it or not, many, many years ago. And the one thing is in there was always about always asking people and treating people with respect, but not thinking I was better than them, because it's about, you know, ground rules, back to basics on the shop floor, so to speak. And I used to, you know, I do what I do now. I used to fuck around, I'm sorry. Possibly that's why I got sacked. I like to say involuntary separated, but they call it being sacked. Okay, but there you go. Self-sabotaging all the way. Whoop, whoop. Okay, until I got to where I was supposed to be. But, yeah, you know, it doesn't matter who's in the position. Yeah, I understand, obviously, they feel like that. They've got that higher power. No, they haven't. Yeah, they've got a fucking ego. Like, look at me, look how I am. That's brilliant. It's good to obviously work at your way up, but you also have to remember that these people have been where you are. So again, yes, they deserve the respect, but also at the same time, they have to remember who you are also. It's about a two-way thing. Yeah. Not to do with the convo, but get me. I'm flying to Ibiza on the 25th. Get him over my face. Check you. That's brilliant. Shelley was scared of flying, and now obviously she's just jetting off. I mean, she's Judith Chalmers, this one. I'm telling you, it's brilliant. Sorry, but yeah, checking you on the 25th. Oh, mate, that's ace. Honestly, without sounding condescending, I'm proper proud of you, kid. Proper proud of you. I never think I went down then. I'm just going to finish off my little bit of a brew, sorry. Oh, mate. Okay. I'm just going to read you something that I've got down in front of me. Okay, so again, I just want you to listen to it and see what you think. He says, when overwhelmed with stressful emotions, empaths can experience anxiety. Yeah, that's kind of massive, isn't it? Because you'll find that so many people who are empathic suffer greatly with depression or anxiety. Suzanne Green says that I don't think old ones, good friends, take me serious anymore. I think that they think I'm lost, and it's made me feel like I can't talk about what I care so deeply about. And for me, it's driven a wedge between us, which saddens me. Right, Suzanne. Right, okay. I'm sure that so many people will possibly like or love that, because every one of us have all gone through that. Yeah, when you start to evolve. Again, I understand obviously within your family, but you know, as you start to evolve and ascend, the universe is moving these people out of the way for you, so you can join and connect with like-minded spiritual beings, if that makes sense. I understand that our families or our friends go, bit of a fucking freaky weirdo, that one, you know what I mean, completely lost the fucking plot, you know what I mean, woo, do you know what I mean? But you know, it happened to me, you know what I mean. And you know, especially with friends and stuff like that, you know, I've got my close friends, but and they're obviously within the spiritual community, in the tribe. My family do accept me. There's some of my family that won't accept me for who I am, and that's perfectly fine. I'm proper happy with that. If they don't feel that connection with me, I don't feel that connection with them anymore. But again, we all leave and we ascend and we do what they want. But one thing is, when I get to my deathbed, at least I'm not gonna fucking have regrets. Yeah, that I'm doing the things that I want. So when you know, there's a lot of people who are scared of dying. I completely understand that. I'm not scared to die, because I die every fucking day. Yeah, I die with everything. Yeah, but I wake up in the morning and again, it's a new beginning. Yeah, everything dies with you. Yeah, from that, obviously from yesterday, and that's one thing. You die every day. So just think about it, that you wake up in the new beginnings and everything's afresh, because it's what we do, innit? Yeah. So again, let me just go back through some comments. Yeah, absolutely. So again, don't worry about that wedge that's driven between you. Again, vibe with people who are on your frequencies. Yeah, darling. Vibe with people who are on your frequencies. You'll find, obviously, like saying, if you want to talk, if you want to meet other people, obviously, do you know what I mean? I do a small meditation group. There are other people who are like-minded, yeah, who love to come to meditation, and that's perfectly fine. And if you want to come along, come along. Yeah, and obviously they get to talk about the problems, you know what I mean? About what they're going through, and you know, a room full of empaths is brilliant because everyone fucking feels sorry for each other. I'm sorry, I don't mean to give me a grip, but it's so true, and it's beautiful because we get to share, because other people don't understand us. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, I started like crystals, and they go, you what? Oh mate, very bad anxiety and depression. Okay. Haha, it's happened. Yeah, yes, I get very bad anxiety. It's scary to think the people closest to you are the ones who have the most problems with. So true. I can't believe I couldn't tune in earlier, but hello anyway. Hi, Yana. Thank you. Everyone say hello, yeah. Yana! Absolutely. Jill Penny, hi, Yana. Everyone, oh, people are already saying, are we having a crazy you dance at the end? Maybe. It just depends on what song we want. Do you do it online, as I'm in Italy? Sadly no, but you see, the one thing is there's so many things that I want to do, especially online, but as an empath, indigo, I procrastinate a lot, and then something else takes my awareness, and then I go and do something else, but it keeps coming up. It really does keep coming up, so I think we should do that, you know what I mean? And we do it on Facebook Live as well, so again there, and again, I've been guilty of not doing my meditations online, and I'm truly sorry, and again, empathically, I'm really sorry, but so much has been taken, and I'm not doing it to, like, you know, draw you in, you know, do that narcissistic thing. It's not, it's just, I do love doing it, it's just not having the time, and now I'm explaining myself, and now I'm trying to justify myself, because empathically this is what we do. Oh man, sometimes I don't like failing other people, I don't like failing any of you, but sometimes I have to, and it fucking guilts me somewhat chronic, but I have to deal with that. And then what I do is, you come into my thoughts and I think, I need to do that, and then what happens is then I fuck you off. I'm just joking, I don't. It's just, I kind of try and put it in my mental block, a mental thought, and I have to write these things, but my list gets longer and longer, and I don't do lists, so it's cool. Yeah, absolutely, we do procrastinate so much. So again, please forgive me for lack of, but this will be happening soon. Yeah, but everyone else keeps asking me to do so much, and you've got to remember, look, I'm justifying myself. You know, I do all this on my own. Yeah, no disrespect, I do quite a lot of this on my own. Okay, no disrespect, I mean, I have a great backing with my wife and my family, don't get me wrong, absolutely fantastic. But things like this and everything I do it on my own, and sometimes I just want, do you know what? Here's a great question for you, because this is something I'm about to admit, yeah? I fail to ask for help, yeah? Hi Alicia, you're right, darling. Could you do our sessions live so people could? Yeah, I think we could do that. I think that'd be brilliant. Big girls you are. Oh, here we go. Right, okay. Okay, absolutely. Our sessions, we could do it live, couldn't we? We could do it live. Right, I'll remind you that. But I've got to ask everyone's permission, because some people don't want to be on screen, if that makes sense, right? Okay. So what was my question then? Oh, fuck's sake, I completely forgot. Oh yeah, how many people fail to ask for help, yeah, and try to do it all on their own, because again, feeling alone? I am one of them. I put my hand up. I fail to ask for help. Okay, so I try and do it all on my own, and then, you know what I mean, sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. Yeah, so come on, hands up, comment it with hands up, or there all the time. There we go. So thank you, Lisa. Yeah, you, Alicia, thank you. So again, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, Natalie, thank you. Absolutely. Keep going. Kate, go on. Anyone else? Jill Penny, the camera could be angled at you so we are not seen. Okay, fair play. That's a good point. 100%. Thank you. Yeah, here we go. The way. Absolutely. Yeah. So many comments. Yep, absolutely. Just jumping on there and saying, yeah. Yeah, me too. And when I ask for help, it's far too late. Absolutely. Because that point is where, oh, I don't know. Right, okay. Sometimes it is a little too late, and sometimes you self-sabotage what you want to do, and then the thought goes, and then that's it. Yeah. So it's so true. Yeah, absolutely. Yana, you're on there. Yes, me, because we do. Because, okay, why do you fail to ask? Okay. Mine, why do I not ask? Because it's pride. Sometimes I don't want to put on other people. Okay. So I try to do everything in myself. Why do you not ask for help? Interested. If you want a job doing proper, do it yourself. Okay, perfect. All right, okay. I asked for help after I already had the breakdown. Okay. I tried to get help, but not from friends and family. Okay. Confidence and pride. Okay. Not wanting to be seen as weak. Okay. Anyone else? Because they're quite, for me, they're quite power. They're quite powering that. Yes, same. It seems easier to just do it yourself than ask someone else. Yeah. History, learning, unreliable people. Absolutely. Yeah. But what about the spiritual community that you're in? Okay. So again, all these people, obviously all of you, I do ask, but to no avail. Okay. Because I don't want to allow anyone to come back and tell me I couldn't have done such a thing if it wasn't for me. Okay. Pride and don't want to put on anyone. Okay. But not asking for help. I can do this. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to be a pain to my friends. Wow. These are quite kind of deep. I read that procrastination is a sign resulting in not having a cleared past emotion struggles. What do you think, Gary? Okay. Okay. Let me just read that again. Is a sign or result of not having cleared your past emotions. Okay. Are you right, darling?
Yeah, I didn't know you.
No, it's okay. I'm still doing live, darling. Okay. Yeah, procrastination works on different levels. I completely understand it. Again, sometimes with the struggles that you have, yeah, I completely understand it. But I don't think it's anything that's cleared. I think it's something that's with you, yeah. And again, when you are so busy on your journey, sometimes the thoughts, everything that you want to attain, sometimes the universe say, right, okay, no, that's not going to happen, yeah. So again, I completely understand, obviously, that what people's opinions are, because other people write things, yeah, and I understand that, whether it be a book or an article, but this is their point of view. Everyone is different, yeah. We are all born different with a purpose. So I completely understand, yeah, with people with ADHD, attention deficit higher dimension, sorry, but again, I know it doesn't mean that, but that's why I love to do it. Because again, obviously, it's about the connection, and sometimes things are supposed to go by the wayside, and sometimes, it's a result of not being able to concentrate. So again, I agree with your comment, yeah, to a certain point, but again, there is a different side to it as well. But a really good point that you made, Suzanne. Thank you. Looking out for others first. I do ask for professional help though. I completely understand, obviously, because you know what? It's kind of, don't like to burden other people and offload all the negativity onto others. So again, I love this because, everyone is now starting to be really vulnerable now and really starting to open up those energies and start to open up your chakras. Because again, because of no fear of ridicule, because obviously we're all, sharing, our thoughts more than anything. So again, the one thing is though, when we don't share, and listen, obviously doing what I do, I love it, right? But there are other things, obviously, where I want to kind of do and promote and things like that, and sometimes I fail to ask, so I just do it myself. I completely understand it. It's not because I feel that anyone's not worthy of it. It's just sometimes I'm a little bit in the control. So I'm really opening up to you, yeah? I like a little bit of control of what I'm doing. It's not that I don't feel that no one else can do it, yeah? It's just sometimes I just feel I get focused, yeah? But I'm an Aquarian. So the one thing is, as Aquarius, when I get focused and I'm going to do something, just don't get me fucking way, yeah? No disrespect. So that's why I won't help. That's the reason why, yeah? I don't know about other Aquarians. Well, I know other Aquarians will work that way. But again, all the star signs are different. So again, obviously you all have your own way, but that's me being absolutely open and honest. I'm fully open. Yeah, I don't ask because I'll take that little bit of control because that's where I'm focused. And if that's where spirit are taking me, if that's where the universe is guiding me to, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, so again, but I'll do it to make sure that, you know, it helps everyone, if that makes sense. Suzanne, thank you. Yes, I agree. It's overwhelming letting the universe decide what needs to be. I don't like to be an open book. And that's the thing, it's about being vulnerable, isn't it? Because again, empathically, we start to really open up and be vulnerable and let others people, you know, hear it. You see, someone asked me once about my posts and they said, is this you every day? Is this what you go through? Do you know what I mean? Or is this something? And they're not personal. My posts are not personal, but they have been in the past. But sometimes spirit made me aware of what I need to post, and it's what's known as a conscious collective. So again, the one thing is I'm putting it out there not because it's personal. It's something that obviously people will possibly going through. So again, just to let you know that all my posts are not about me. Okay, unless you put a picture on about me, and you know what I mean. I'm like, yay, doing that lovely smile. You know what I mean, like yay, and I'm like, woo. Sorry, I'm just like getting in the mode. Okay, fantastic. Oh yes, my feminine side is so in touch. Maybe I'm getting ready for a boogie and a dance. Okay. Yes, that's just like my husband, and he's Aquarian. You see, that's the one thing in it. You know what I mean? But empaths, if you do not open your fucking chakras and your energy field, you're going to start to suffer with anxiety. You're going to start to suffer with depression. Yeah, you're going to suffer with panic attacks. You're going to start to get fatigued. Yeah, if you're absorbing. Yeah, and not observing. Yeah, you're going to show physical symptoms. You're going to start to feel blocked. You're going to start to feel pain in your body. Yeah, because this is what we do. And then obviously when we start to initial all that, you know, those feelings and the pain, we start, you know, there's only us that can distinguish it. Yeah, get ready for Mika Bug Skills. Oh God. All right, Shelley. All right, we got it. I'm thinking more a bit gold play here. Do you know what I mean? All right, okay. So, few signs just to let you know about, are you an empath? Okay. How many people? I know, you know, I'm not dragging this feed out. I just need to really ask. Yeah, well, there you go. Shelley, thank you. How many people feel that they're clairsentient? Okay, so clairsentient is knowing. Yeah. How many people feel that when they go into a situation that they know what's going to happen before they've even got there? How many people feel that they are clairsentient? For example, if you're going out and you get a headache and you're thinking, actually, something's going to happen in that situation, or someone's turning up. Yeah, absolutely. Come on, let's have it. Yay, come on, let's have it. Yeah, yes, absolutely. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, absolutely. We're all going, ooh, loving the icons and everything like that. Well done, Jan, I love that. Yeah, everyone's kicking in here. Fantastic. Do you know what? Just think. Do you know, Shelley? You're just about fucking 50 meters from me. You know that. Sometimes. Okay. So it's about trusting that, isn't it? Sometimes, but then I wonder if it's just me being paranoid. Wrong answer. Okay, this one here. Yeah. Okay. No, you're not being paranoid. Yeah. It really is. It's about trusting your gut. It's about trusting your gut instinct. Yeah. To know. That's why clairsentient. Yeah. Sometimes you need to ask. Sometimes if the ones that you don't expect them to be there for you. And thank you, Gary, for being there for me before my love for you. Thank you so much, Graham. Honestly, it really means a lot. You have to ask. It's as simple as that. Sometimes, okay, so why not trust your gut? Yeah, because again, we spoke about before. Okay, this here is your first brain, empaths. First brain. Not this motherfucker. This one. yeah? And I'll explain a little bit why, okay? Okay, gut instinct, confidence, self-esteem, yeah, intuition, okay? Butterflies, bellyache, yeah, usual stuff. Well, I know that your tummy's roughly around here, but anyway, yeah? So again, trust in there. Hand on there, hand on heart, yeah? Ask the question, yeah, if you know how to ground, yeah? But asking, yeah? Slight vibration around you, coldness, yeah, around you, your awareness, yeah, your awareness of your physical body, your spiritual body, your emotional, mental, every field, absolutely everything, the whole fucking shebang, yeah? If you know or have a feeling that something's not right, fucking listen to it. Okay, let me put it in layman's terms. If your children were around you and said, I don't feel comfortable around someone, would you put them with that person? The answer would be no, because your children are very, very aware. Yeah? So the one thing is, if they're letting you know that, then the one thing is, work with your inner child and ask the question, is there something going to happen? And if it's yes, if it's a bad thing, don't fucking go. Okay? Seriously. Many a time I've had headaches, sometimes I've had visual disturbances, sometimes again, you know what I mean, trying to block me because they're saying, don't go. And that's the thing, trust it. The universe is talking through you. Listen to it. Yeah? You're not just you're not just in this vessel, yeah, for a fucking reason. It's to learn, yeah, evolve, ascend, you know what I mean? Working with your beautiful guides and spirits. Okay, I don't even know why I did that, sorry. Oh yeah, absolutely, that's so true. Raoul, that's why you got a hernia, because you absorbed all the energy and you suffered in the area. There we go, you see. Self-sabotage, okay? Empath. Okay, if I think something or I feel a certain way about something, the opposite usually happens. Okay, again, that's what I'm saying. Andy, I feel it, but don't react sometimes. Maybe listen a little bit more. Maybe. Yeah, absolutely. Your son is very sensitive. Again, children are very, very sensitive. Yeah, like I was saying, the one thing is, if you don't trust yourself and your children are saying something, take notice. Dad, do you want a brew? Yes, please. Can I have a brew, Caitlin? One thing is, and that's what I'm saying with Caitlin, if Caitlin is around people, yeah, and I've not picked up on it, or again, something's just not right, I'll take notice of what Caitlin's doing, yeah. I'll just for the record, if my wife also says it, yeah, then I'll definitely take, because she's the divine feminine energy, so I'm gonna like take proper fucking notice, you know what I mean? Thank you, darling. Yeah, does that make sense? Yeah. If you are not aware, if you feel, because you're so busy, yeah, and even, you know, you get a tap on the shoulder or a knock on the door or something tapping or banging or anything, and you're not taking it, and someone says to you, there's something going on, then listen, yeah. Come here, I feel like I've got fucking Ronnie Barker specs on, you know. This is me, you're absolutely taught me it's not the way to live, and happy following my advice. Thank you. But again, it's guidance, yeah, but again, it's obviously what comes through, Sam. And the one thing is, it's about learning, especially for the journey that you go through, right? Is about learning to respect yourself, respect yourself, empower yourself, and understand what you can do if you wish to do it, but also, you know, remind yourself that, you know, if you don't want to do it, don't do it, and don't justify it, yeah? If people, like I say, if people's opinions are other people's opinions, yeah? Like that, fuck off, bye, see ya. You know what I mean? Sorry. You know what I mean? You're so loud, shut up, sorry. Dan's always right about things, and as much as I hate to admit it, you know what I mean? The one thing is, my wife is she's very psychic, and again, her awareness is amazing. You know what I mean? But sometimes I will challenge her. Most of the time I end up fucking losing. Joking. But that's what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's just a little bit of that I need to relinquish sometimes. Yeah? Okay. So the one thing is sometimes when we absorb other people, we may feel very stimulated. Okay, so our energies go up, and that might be because obviously the vibration, whether through dance or again you're around people in this frequency, in this community, that obviously we feel enlightened. Okay. Again, you may sometimes, where if you absorb and you go completely into self-sabotage, you're going to forget boundaries, and you're going to struggle with your own boundaries. Yeah, so again, everyone's just going to start to walk into it. Yeah, what do you mean you can hear me? Hello, Shelley. You can hear me. I felt a lot, but carried on, and sometimes things have happened. I wish I went with my gut instinct. Perfect. There you go. Absolutely. The one thing is that, like I say, empathically, we can feel other people's emotions. So again, if you're in an area, yeah, and sometimes it's nice when we feel that, you know, when we're in people's energies, that we feel really, really comfortable, because it's a really, really beautiful spiritual intimacy. Yeah, not in a fucking sexual way. I'm trying to say it's just a calming influence, if that makes sense. Yeah. So again, when we feel those emotions, it's beautiful. Okay. But like I said, you actively have to choose, yeah, to observe everything, not absorb. And I know I keep saying that, and it sounds a little bit like monotonous now, but it's about drilling it into you to say, no matter throughout your entire day, being obviously in the present moment, obviously just in today, we're in the present moment right here, is about listening and understanding, and then going, right, okay, I need to start making these action plans. So even if you write it down saying, you know, on your fridge, I'm going to observe, not absorb, then the one thing is that, you know, you start to take action. Oh, thank you, beautiful. Oh, thank you. That's gorgeous. Thank you. Kate's just brought me another brick. She's brought me, look at that. It says, curious. Does it? Curious, affectionate, and imaginative. Imaginative means I'm very creative with my thoughts. Yeah, so I can think things. But sometimes I don't ask for help when I get them. Maybe. Yeah. Obviously, this is my Aquarius cup.
Drop it.
Yeah, absolutely, my Aquarius. I don't want to drop it on my white jumper, but thank you, beautiful. Okay. I see it. What?
You're gonna offend a load of people.
I'm not. I'm joking. Okay. So, how many? Here's a great question for you. Okay. Have you? No, don't turn the light out, Kaylee. Okay. Have you always felt sensitive from a childhood? Do you feel you were sensitive as a child, and has it stemmed into adulthood, or did you forget that sensitivity and just not bother with it? Absolutely, Carol. Yeah, absolutely. She's always thinking of me, and she's made me a brew. She's a beaut. She really is a beaut. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So again, you've always been sensitive as a child. Okay, perfect. I love this. Keep them coming. Yeah. Okay. Keep them coming. Yeah. Okay. Keep it coming. Yeah, absolutely. Keep coming. These yeses are keep coming in. It's fantastic. I'm loving this feed tonight. Honestly, guys, thank you so much for joining me. It's honestly always grateful. Yes, and shut it away for a long while. Okay. Yeah. Oh my God, I used to be so sensitive. Yeah. So again, yes, always sensitive. And sometimes, you know, with that sensation of sensitivity, is sometimes we can overthink things. Yeah. And again, obviously, if we think that, obviously we have to understand it. But again, okay. Yes, you're a Libra. I'm going to say something positive there. I'm going to say you bring balance. Paula Porter was Fox. Yes, you bring balance. Yeah, and that's my thing. When I was young, I was sensitive. Then I grew up, blocked off, then opened back up 10 years later. Okay, fantastic. Again, I can reciprocate that and resonate with that, Lisa, Amethyst, because again, the same. Grew up very sensitive, loads and loads of behavioural problems, and then kind of fucking lost it all. Lost all my connection to spirit. Went on a self-sabotageural role. Not disrespect, obviously, to people in my past, because obviously, do you know what I mean? It wasn't their fault, it was mine. And then obviously woke up at 39, and here we are today, 12 years later. So again, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. It just happens. I'm a Virgo. My birthday's on Friday the 31st. Okay, you're a Virgo. Okay. Virgos. Listen, I'm not going to come in here. Virgos are planners usually. Yeah. Like a little bit of control. But don't we all? So again, we can all take a little bit. So I'm not going to go through all birth signs and start to say what your traits are. Do yourself a favour, go online, have a look at the traits of yours, because I ain't going to do it. Absolutely. Christine, you're an overthinker, like so many, yeah, overthinking. But again, when we start to understand that, there's sensitivity, yeah, especially as a child, tough adulthood, but I can block it all. And that's one thing, it's about learning, understanding, identifying, and then dealing with it, yeah. Same Ice Queen mode now. Who's that? As sensitive as a child, more tough? Yeah, absolutely. Ice Queen. Oh, God. Okay, Pisces. Shelley, you're in Pisces. Yeah, Caitlin's a Pisces. Absolutely. A little bit emotional. Yeah, absolutely. Can be a little bit stubborn, a little bit stroppy. But again, we can all take that. So I'm not going to just go, hey, you're all part of this. Because you know what I mean? But you need to learn with your stroppiness and your emotional side. They say us Aquarians are very unemotional. I completely understand that, because I am very unemotional, because I don't pity people. I understand obviously what people are going through, but now I've just got to a point where I don't absorb it. I observe it and try to help people that way. So again, I'm kind of like cut off, but I've still got a heart, and I do have a heart chakra, and I've got unconditional love, and I do cry. But unfortunately, I'm not gonna pity people, because I want people to, to, like I said before, stand in their own power. And also I want them to understand themselves on a deeper conscious level. Yeah, so that's it. Cool. Guilty of being an overthinker. Right, okay. Thank you, Sarah Swift. You're a Pisces too. Again, I am not going down that river with you. Okay. Argue amongst yourselves about who you are. Yes, I do cut off now. It's a great thing. But the one thing is that what Reiki taught me, I'm sorry, I'm just going to go on a bit. Reiki taught me great detachment. It doesn't mean like I'm completely detached from anyone. Obviously, I love my family and stuff like that, even myself. Again, obviously, it's not like egotistical, like, I fucking love me, I'm the greatest and all that. It's not about that. It's about understanding, respecting yourself. But again, with that great detachment, it just means that I do not take other people's energies. Yeah? Because otherwise, if they put a hook in me or an attachment in me or something like that, then I've got to then go and do a load of fucking work. And I'm not going to accept that, especially because obviously people come in here day in, day out, and I don't want them to take into that energy, so I have to do a cleanse, because this is what we do deeper inner work and self-healing and everything like that, because obviously other people that do Reiki on here and that, they understand what I'm saying, so I thank you. You are stroppy. Okay, fair play. Thanks for opening up, and I love it, Sarah, that you've been very vulnerable with that, if that makes sense. But I love that, because you've just said, I'm a stroppy person. So again, if you've got a stroppy behaviour, then obviously, do you know what I mean? Who's it against? Who's it with? And how can you deal with it and learn about it? So, you know what I mean? It's not a bad thing, because, you know what I mean? Sometimes I have a little strop too. Yeah? I live a physical life as well as a spiritual life. And I don't know why I keep talking like that. I'm going spiritual and now that. Okay. I can detach myself from the negative situations too, but you're an Aquarian too, Yana, so that's perfectly fine. Don't do it. It's a trap. Yeah, don't grow up. It's a trap. Yeah, absolutely. But I love that. Oh, God, everyone's putting the star signs up. I've told you, Google, hello, Google, what are my traits? And how then can you work on them? Yeah, I find outer world hard. Not an NDE. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a Libra, and I thought I was hardened after some time after achieving Reiki 2, but I've come to realise I learned to block some energy, particularly ones that were zapping me. Absolutely, and that's what you do. One thing is, if you're working with people with Reiki, again, the universe is working through you as a channel. I don't even know why I'm talking like this. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I'm proper vulnerable at the moment, so I'm open to so anyone's talking like that. Okay, so as a channel of the energy, one thing is it has to flow through and then to the client or to you or whoever. But the one thing is, if I've got issues going on, I would transmit them, because that's what we do. We transmit energy. Yeah, so if you're absorbing it, then obviously you're taking other people's problems on. You know, I've got 99 problems, but 98 is none of mine. That's what you should be saying, because I've no. Do I have problems? I don't think so, really. I don't think so. I know. I have nice problems. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I have nice problems. I don't have like thinking. I'm glad, obviously, you find me very entertaining. Okay, so a little bit more serious now as we're talking about this. Okay, because I've wrote some things down here, so you just have to bear with me. Okay, because obviously I can't remember everything. I've got a great memory, but I choose not to remember everything. Okay, so just bear with me. Okay, so Go to find inner strength, love, peace, to be at peace with the shadow side. Tough to do. Who said? Sarah Swift. That doing shadow side is tough to do. Yes, I agree with it. But no, I don't. Because once you engage with your shadow self, you start to do work with your shadow side, you can learn to heal it and relinquish it. Is it hard? It's only hard if you tell yourself that you haven't got an issue. So kind of like, I love your comment. I really do. I love your comment, because like you say, it is finding that inner strength, love and peace. But again, you know what I mean, you have to relinquish that shadow side. But if you find it, you have to work with it, because it's what we do. Okay, so but worth it, very, very much worth it. Okay, becomes easier, absolutely. Sorry, thumbs up. So. Okay. Okay, question for you. Okay, you're thinking, fucking hell, he's dragging this on a bit, isn't he? Okay, how many of you, off to bed guys, not a problem Alicia, night darling. Quick question, how many of you, yeah, have been in a narcissistic relationship or friendship? Yeah, we're coming to the end now anyway. Okay. Yeah, okay, thanks Kate. Yeah, Yana, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Andy, yeah, perfect. Sarah, yes, absolutely. Yes, Graham, again, absolutely. Yeah. Are you going to bed, Shelley? Sorry, night. Friendship, yes. Okay. You see, narcissistic projection is a behavior that manifests from someone with narcissistic properties or a personality. So, for example, if you've been love bombed from the get-go, and then obviously with the narcissist, yeah, it was damaged, absolutely. And that's what happens, yeah, especially being in narcissistic relationships. Okay, so it can happen in any relationship, and it's common. So what happens is we start to absorb it, we start to be it. So again, it's about relinquishing and learning to heal the narcissism that you've taken on, because you may feel that when that relationship's finished, you go into another one and you carry that forward into that next relationship empathically, and you don't even know. Does that make sense? Yeah. So again, it's always common between people with narcissism, very empathetic. So again, this is why we're called empaths. So I'm just going to leave you with that thought, that if you ever, I hope you've really, really enjoyed this evening, and I hope it's been really, really entertaining. I hope you found obviously this entertaining. But again, obviously there's certain things that are going through my mind. But again, with narcissistic projection, always remember, if you have been a victim of narcissism, yeah, if you've been a victim of narcissism, you will take that. If you don't heal it, yeah, those traits, you will take them into the next relationship. So in essence, if you have been cheated on, for example, from a narcissist, yeah, the one thing is that even though if you go into a new relationship and you haven't healed that, you will not only be in a relationship with someone else, but you will have them traits, but you will also have that other person's, that narcissistic. Does that make sense? So this is why we should heal it before we move forward. Otherwise, in essence, you're cheating with this person from that person, if that makes sense. Yeah? Yes, I got so wrapped up in it, I nearly didn't get out alive. Truly sorry if I've not been able to help you get out on live. I'm sorry, Lisa, obviously, you know what I mean. Heal and release, absolutely. So just think about that. Think about your anxieties. Think about, you know, obviously your panic attacks, your depression. Think about everything that you're taking on, about you're absorbing, you're observing, standing in your power, empowering yourself, learning to your boundaries, learning to say no, not to justify yourself. Yeah. Thank you so much for everyone that's joined. If you feel like you want to share this, and obviously it'll go out to some obviously other empaths, then please share it for me. I'd really, really appreciate your kindness as well. I'm going to let you go. Please remember to stay lit, yeah, and remind yourself to always keep your heart open. So I'm going to send again love and light to you all. Namaste. Thank you so much. May your beautiful angels keep you safe in your dreams and even in astral tonight. And again, obviously be aware, stay lit. Thank you so much. Absolutely. It's been a pleasure to be of service to you tonight, just to open this up. But it really does. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Suzanne. Absolutely, Suzanne. But again, you expect the same behaviour. But it was wonderful. Yeah, absolutely. Good night, all. Like I say, stay lit, stay safe, and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye for now. Stay lit.